I want to smack your nipple. Hey everybody, welcome back to Chronically Fabulous, and sorry I have not uploaded in another 3 weeks, but whatever. Okay, so today I am here with my brother, and we're going to discuss the similarities and differences with body issues between people who are trans and people with disabilities. So the two of us, having been twins, because it doesn't pick me up very well, but having been twins and having been through a lot of the same shit together, we have the same life experience with different outcomes, and we both have different inputs on certain subjects, and one of the things that we both have issues with is body issue. So, do you want to recap your transition really quickly?
I've been in transition for 3 years now, and as of yesterday, I'm 2 weeks post-op, but yeah, it's been weird, because wearing a binder all the time, it's not fun. Being worried about people looking at your crotch to see if there's something there, not fun. Not having facial hair for a long fucking time, not fun.
Being in the 11th grade with not even peach fuzz to show for your efforts. Now he's all like disgusting and hairy. But
I shaved my leg next year earlier.
He's been in transition for 3 years. He was on testosterone for 2 years now?
It's almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
October
Yeah, it's coming up to October. Anthony, who's been in a few videos now, we got together like the day after he started testosterone, which is weird because we have like anniversaries the day after. But so he's been in transition for 3 years, and
it's gonna be Maggie in my 6 months, and then my 2 years, and then your...
When? First, second, third?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was preemptively diagnosed 5 years ago and officially diagnosed 3 years ago. I'm gonna smack you.
I have a phone stuck in my hand.
Okay. I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome originally when I was in grade 8, and then officially when I was in grade 10. Yes, you can close that door, go ahead. But it's been a long process for both of us trying to like adjust to our own lifestyle and how things work out. So what have been some of the challenges that you faced with transitioning on your own personal scale, and then we'll talk about with other people after?
The personal challenges that I've had was like when I first was like transitioning, like I could not look at myself in the mirror, like with clothes on, let alone naked. Like I would cry, but like and also like body issues, dealing with that, like also having a period as a guy.
One thing to note really quickly, just because we're trans, it does not mean that both of us are trans.
I think you mean
just because we're twins, it doesn't mean that we're both trans, okay? That was one very common misconception, that because he was transitioning, I must be trans too.
Yeah, she's my sister.
C-I-S-ter. Do you get the joke? Shut up.
It's not funny
Continue.
Personal struggles. So it was just mostly the struggle of trying to get dressed in the morning was hell, because
it's not that bad, don't lie. Anyway.
Sorry. So yeah, it was just like that sort of daily struggle of like trying to get ready in the morning, and then ending up being late because I was trying to look at what I was wearing as opposed to looking at a mirror and see what I was wearing. But yeah.
So my personal struggle, because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I have a video going over, I have a whole fucking playlist of teenage disability. Just go watch that shit. But
Isn't
basically...
that all your videos?
Shh! No, it's like 75% of them, but there are still a few random videos thrown in there, like the ramen challenge with Anthony. But
shameless self-promotion.
It's not shameless.
Don't watch it now!
It's not shameless. I feel shame. Anyway. So the biggest struggle that I had within myself was trying to understand that I was sick and that I didn't know anybody else with it, I couldn't find anybody else with it, and no one else could see it. And I couldn't see it.
It's also because you couldn't put a name to it.
Exactly. Well, when it first started, when I first went to see Dr. Oh Jesus, what's his name? He's like one of the best geneticists in Toronto, but when I first went to see him, he was like, I'm not sure about this, but it's probably this.
Well, because like...
And that was in grade 7, and that was the preemptive diagnosis.
Because that's like kind of like a similar thing for like the both of us. Is like, finally having a name to put to it, you're just like, K. Because like when I like.
It helps you handle things better.
Before I came out as trans, I was kind of like in the gender fluidity bullshit that I hate so much because I can't do it anymore. Because like, I like coming off as more masculine than anything else. Like,
okay, first off, there's a disclaimer right here. There is nothing wrong with being trans and wanting to be cis-passing. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with categories. There's nothing wrong with labels, so long as you don't use them excessively. Labels can help categorize and identify things, and if you use it as a personal label that means something to you and it's not for other people, it doesn't matter.
And there's also no shame in like being gender non-conforming. Like it's just my personal preference. I like being more on the masculine side, being more masculine presenting anyway.
And his personal preference for himself, not other people. No, because there's going to be that one person in the comments or who messages me being like, oh, your brother's fucking transphobic even though he's trans. Oh, he's like gender non-conformist phobic. And it's just like, no, he's not. It's like me saying that I'm bi and not pan because I wouldn't date a trans person. That's just preference. It's preference.
There's
you can't.
No shame in that.
It's like being a lesbian and people saying, "Oh, you're fucking heterophobic because you wouldn't date a man." It's like, no, that's just my preference.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so like, having a name to put to something helps a lot because when I was still in that sort of gender fluidity phase, that like was super uncomfortable for me because like I personally wanted to be one or the other. Like, I get that some other people, like, don't really give a shit about that, but, like, I personally wanted to be either a girl or a guy, and I wasn't sure what it was called because I knew I wanted to be more of a guy, but I had no word to put to it. And then when I finally heard the word trans at, like, the end of grade 8, I was like, that fucking fits! But, like, yeah, so.
Yeah, we both, that was, like, his tie-together thing. You don't need to do your nipples anymore. If I was to fucking flash my titties, my video would get taken down like that. But you could just have your fucking man titties out now.
Free the nipple. Not you. No.
Bitch!
Everyone else can do it, not you.
Everyone but you can free the nipple.
Everyone but family.
Can you pass me my brandless diet soda?
Yes.
I don't want to get sued.
Turn it away.
I will just cover it. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, what are some of the public struggles that you've had?
That I've had, like, cause I absolutely hated wearing a binder, like, when I had to. So, like, there was a point, like, when I first got my binder, I didn't take it off for 3 days. I learned my lesson. Don't ever do that. You're not supposed to wear them for more than 8 hours.
You're not supposed to sleep in them.
Well, you can if it's, like, a medical one, because that's what I do. But
that's the thing, though.
Anyway. So, like, more recently when when the testosterone was, like, really taking effect and, like, my boobs got way smaller, I was wearing, like, a sports bra every now and then, and again, it was, like, another more personal issue as opposed to, like, outside, but, like, I was constantly checking. It was like, can they see my boobs? Yeah. But, like,
he developed a slouch.
There have been so many people who actually, like, I caught staring at my chest. I was like, don't fucking judge me, okay? Like,
you looking at my titties, bitch?
Like, just because my boobs are nicer than yours.
Okay, this is a little bit TMI, but it's not exactly. For the longest time, he had bigger boobs than I did, and it pissed me off so bad.
And of course, because, like, I wasn't happy with them, but she wanted them. I was
just like, give them to me.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that was more of, like, a self-struggle, but, like, sometimes, like, and also there was, like, one time where, because, like, I sit with my legs crossed for the most part, like, the way that most stereotypically, like, it's the female sort of pose.
It's just more feminine.
Yeah, so, like, I was crossing my legs and I was in class and someone was like, why are you crossing your legs like a girl? And the only thing that came to mind was, I'm trying to make my dick look smaller. I don't know why that was the only thing that came to mind, but it fucking worked, and they were like, K.
You guys should see Anthony's face on the side, he's like...
He was just K.
Oh crap,
your dick looks small anyway.
Okay, my personal, like, public issues. The first video I ever did on this channel was teenage disability in public transit.
Yes.
And that, to this day, is an issue. I still feel, for lack of a better term, shame for asking for a bus seat. I don't know why.
You should just have, like, a patch on, like, a jacket.
I should get it fucking tattooed on my forehead.
Do not fucking touch me. I'm disabled. Fuck off. Okay.
I was telling Mom that I was gonna get like business cards printed out that said, "Dear, insert your own name here. Stop being an asshole," because there's so many circumstances you could use it for. But I've gone over in a few. Did you just pit sniff?
Yes.
In a few other videos, I've gone over the different struggles that have gone on, but recently it's been like during school trying to like explain to my final year teachers that I might have to have like a little bit of extra help because I miss a day every once in a while, or I might like needing to explain to my teachers that like I'll be sitting in class and if I start yawning, it's not because I'm bored in class, or it's like I don't care about what's going on, or I'm exhausted. I'm not tired, I'm just fatigued. I'm still paying attention, I'm still alert, I just look tired, I'm fine. But yeah, so what are some of the ways that you've coped with your body issues?
Healthy or unhealthy?
Let's start with unhealthy, because those are always the more fun to discuss.
Okay, for quite a while, like it wasn't even just the body issues, it was just everything collapsing on top of me, like with school and with family issues, stuff like that, and then also being like gay, like the first fucking kid in our middle school to like come out as gay was like me.
There was
But,
a
like,
lot of stuff that went on.
So like I used to have an issue with self-harm. I for a time had a bit of an eating disorder as well, like, and it was like the polar opposites kind of thing. I don't know what the name is for it, like I don't fucking remember, but it was like where it was either I didn't eat like and starved myself, or I way overate.
So binging.
And it was like it was anorexia almost, but it was also with binging as well, but I never purged. So like I don't know, it was just
It was
weird.
like selective feasting.
Sure. But like, and then there was also that, and then there was the self-harm, and
But we both still have a lot of issues. There's like a whole bunch of family issues that I just don't want to discuss like online.
yeah, because there's some things that can be kept private.
Yeah. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on in our lives for a very long time. But let's go over some of the more healthy coping mechanisms that you've had over the years.
Art was a big one at one point. Like I kind of gave up on it.
Have you painted that canvas that I bought you yet?
No,
You dick.
I have no idea where it went. It's gone.
You son of a bitch! That fucking canvas cost me $2 from the dollar store. I could have used that for motherfucker. I could have used that for a bagel in the morning, bitch.
But like, so art was a big one. Reading was a big one. Music is still a big one. And honestly, like this may sound a bit weird, my best coping mechanism is actually talking to myself. Like I will literally go on the back porch of my house at like 4 in the morning if I'm having like a rough night, and
Sometimes you need an expert.
no, but like it's not even just that, but like I'll pretend that like if someone was asking me for advice on the crap that I was thinking about, like I would speak aloud and just say like what I would say to someone else, and then I'm just like, oh, I give really fucking good advice. Jeez.
Again, sometimes you need an expert.
So yeah, like it's, and also just like I used to like force myself to like look at myself in the mirror and pick one thing that I actually liked, because like then I was just like, okay, at least there's one fucking thing that I can agree with myself that looks nice. Okay, so
Was it the mole?
fuck off, it's not there anymore.
Okay, really quick like sidetrack. He had a mole right before he went to top surgery.
Like,
It was,
right on
like
my
right
boob.
over on the side, and it got lost in the fucking surgery. So he's thinking about getting it fucking tattooed back on.
This is completely serious. Like, I was emotionally attached to that mole, and I want it back. Can you fuck off?
It's so funny.
But like, yeah.
Okay, really quickly I'll go over my like unhealthy and helping coping mechanisms. Is that the order we did it in? Unhealthy first?
Unhealthy first.
Okay, so unhealthy. Something that a lot of people with chronic pain hear a lot is that you should actually exercise. And one of the coping mechanisms that I used, which wasn't really a coping mechanism in hindsight, but I would literally just sit there and rest. But it wasn't really resting, it was just laying there and doing absolutely nothing with my life.
Oh, I just like.
And it really dicked me over with homework and school, and now that I'm in my final year, I'm regretting it. What's another one? I never, give me my fucking lens cap. But I never used to like not eat, but I would binge very often. Like anytime that there was an option to have like a really big meal, I'd be like, yes, that. But I wouldn't eat for like a day or two. I just wouldn't bother because I'd get so lazy that I was just like, I don't need to bother.
I still do that, but that's
it's
just like
horrible. It's
but it's
horrible.
not. It's like bad habit now. It's just
I know,
like
yeah.
I'm just too lazy to leave my room. Like I was telling my sister because like since I've been like at home for the last 2 weeks, I've gained almost like I think it was like 5 or 6 pounds.
He's got a jelly belly.
Yeah, I jiggle now.
You
like,
always jiggle this
shut the
shit
fuck
out.
up. But like so because of that, I've just been like sitting in my room and just eating, and I'm just like. For the last day and a half, almost 2 days, I've just been eating Cheetos and drinking tea. And it's not healthy.
My healthy coping mechanisms have been doing YouTube. I used to play a lot of music, but I can't really do it anymore, which kind of sucks. Gaming, actually, which is kind of weird. I never used to game until I met Anthony.
Looking at Anthony. Ow.
I used to write a lot of stories, actually, as well. I had an account on Wattpad that actually did really well with one of my stories, which was weird, but I haven't touched it or uploaded to it in like 2 years. 2 years? Yeah, no, actually it's almost 3 years now because the last story that
on that.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they still do.
For like fan fiction, but like
no, there's other things as well, but anyway. And the final thing that I wanted to go over is what things have you given up because of your body issues?
My boobs.
Before I forget, I'm gonna link Chris's channel in the description below.
No, it'll be right here in like an annotation or something if you know how to do that.
I know how to do that, you dick.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Just kidding, I don't know how to do it.
So yeah, that was like one of the ways. One of the things that I gave up. I gave up swimming.
Yeah.
Which I used to love to swim, but then I was like, hey, no.
Yeah, because in water, your clothes cling to you. So even if you would like wear a t-shirt, it would still like outline the titty.
And also because like swimming binders are expensive.
Oh yeah.
And I fucking bought one, and then I like got my date for surgery. I was like, well.
Oh well.
I used it twice. So if anyone wants it for like $50, because it was fucking $80 when I bought it, I am not giving that one away for free because no.
If there's anybody who needs binders, though, he's got like
I have
2
a
or
couple,
3 or something
I have a couple
like
that I can give away.
Yeah, he's got a few binders to give away. So
contact me.
Anything that's not the swimming binder is either going to be like a lower priced or like free binder, but they are used. They're like very well loved binders.
Yeah. So disclaimer, and do not, under any circumstances, message me for that, just for cosplay, because I swear to God I will find where you live.
Yeah.
It pisses me off, especially when there's like binder giveaways and things like that, and I know people who enter them strictly for cosplay. It's like
the binders that are being given away are for those who are really struggling with their body image, and it is not for a costume.
And because like
there are people who really need it to not want to kill themselves.
Yeah.
So please, if you need it for cosplay, either get it from a friend who doesn't want theirs anymore and is willing to give it to you for cosplay, or fucking buy one, or learn to buy or learn to make one,
or learn to bind properly and safely without using an
no
actual
tensor
binder.
bandage. No tensor bandage, please.
Don't
no
do
tensor
that.
bandage. That's
don't do
so
that.
unsafe.
I bruised my ribs once, and that was not fun. But you can use tape, like medical tape.
Yeah,
and you can just pull your tits to the side and it looks fine.
And then things that I've given up, like I previously mentioned, music. One of the things that happens with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is your joints get all kind of fucked up.
Why does it flash up?
Because it's probably cutting to a new tape or like a new file. But your joints get really fucked up, and I played double bass, which, if you don't know, is like the biggest string instrument. Well, it doesn't even count as a string instrument, whatever.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't fall in the same family as like violin, viola, cello. But you have to press down decently hard, and I couldn't do that. And you have to like relax your arm to like bow properly, and I couldn't do that, because if I did that, my shoulder would just kind of slide away from me, and it would just detach. Swimming became very dangerous because I would there was one time where I was in a pool moving from the deep end to the shallow end, and literally as my feet touched the ground as I was going into the shallow end, I went like this and my arm just floated away. And it was really good that I had Anthony there with me, because otherwise I would have been in some very serious trouble.
Help me, I'm drowning and my arm is floating away.
Another thing that I gave up was sports. I used to be really good at football. I used to play ultimate frisbee and shit like that, and I had to give it up because that involves throwing. And anytime I would fucking throw something, my arm would go with the ball. It's
just like this visual, just like a fucking arm flying.
The perfect spiral with a football, just an arm flailing around behind it.
Looks like a fucking sperm cell.
Anyways, we're gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Emily from Chronically Fabulous. This is Chris from Homowholockin, and I will, if all goes to plan, see you next week.
Bye.